you later. The Alta, this is Ozone's light high A wing. They say it's got ultra lightweight construction taken from the X-Alps gliders, so they've used that sort of technology and brought it down into the A class. Basically they try to get the performance of a low B at the safety of an A and the weight of an X-Alps glider. So you can see it's one of the benefits, obviously straight away, is it's light and compact, and it's meant to be easy to pack. So it's aimed at pilots who are looking for a safety with low B performance and light easy packing, so pilots are interested and want a nice easy glider with good performance. So great for hike and fly basically, so you can use this for quite a variety of stuff. And it's not your kind of classic mid-A kind of glider, so like the Mojo was, now kind of replaced by the Moxie. And yeah, it's kind of, you wanted to get the best performance you can out of the A class. I know some pilots don't get it. Why would you want the best performance in the A class? Well, okay, well, fair enough. Might not make sense to everyone. It makes sense to me because you want the best safety, A class, but the best performance within that class. And that's what it gives you. That's what I think these high A gliders get you. Alta is delivered with a Concerto Light pack, which has this integrated compression strap. Ooh, and brand new sexy glider inside. Always exciting. If there was a glider packing competition between all the factories, I think Ozone would win. It is quite something. I think the gliders come out the best packed of any. Wants to come and fly. Wants to come out and play. Looking on the leading edge. And then nods to here. On the top surface, follow it down to there. So relatively short nylon rods, but for the class you wouldn't expect to see great big long nylon rods. Very shallow shark nose. Ozone mentioned that the Alta has a feature which eliminates the flutter, the vibration in the leading edge that's common in a lot of low aspect ratio wings. And when you look along the leading edge, I guess this is what it is. You can see here there's, instead of it just being sewn over like that and finishing like so, there's a flap here which I guess must cause curl over. The airflow must go in and curl round and then sit there, and I guess that causes pressure on the back. Something I'm surprised not to see is that along the trailing edge I don't see any kind of reefing system for the brakes. Let's see how clean the trailing edge is. Normally you have a reefing system which gathers up around the brake lines so you don't get kind of dents like corrugations in the south. Let's see how that works. Looking at the lines, the lower main lines are sheathed Laros lines, so they're all sheathed, all the main lines, and also the main brake cascade. The upper lines are unsheathed Edelrid 8001 series. So all the upper lines are unsheathed. So it's that balance of lower lines being sheathed, because those are the bits that tend to catch on things on the ground the most, get tangled up more. Then the upper lines, you can see they've aimed at a performance there and given those unsheathed lines for extra performance. Looking at the risers, I think they're 12mm webbing risers, and gotta say, very nicely colour coded. See, with the blue A's and the lilac purple B's and the orange C's, and the risers have got stitching in the coloured stitching in them as well to give it a nice colour coding. That's a very nice touch, isn't it? Yeah, run stand 20mm ball bearing pulleys top and bottom, so you can see there that they're aiming to give the glider, again, best performance, good for using the speed system is what I mean. So if you've got those kind of pulleys are aimed at pilots who are going to be using the speed system a good amount, because they do cost a bit. and so they've added those there for best, making the speed system lighter and more usable. And you can see they've come with Mayons rather than soft links, which I'm glad to see. There we go, and the usual kind of Ozone brake handles, nice big loops with a bit of stiffening in them. Definitely feels to me like an A-wing for ground handling, easy. Because at the moment I've got relatively light wind, a little bit gusty and variable, so yeah, it feels like right for the class, for an A-class wing, with a bit more readiness than some A-class wings. And if I didn't fly at all actively, then the glider I would have tucks and things like that, so I do need to fly it a bit actively. It's not a complete mattress like that. If I let it overfly me, it's just about to collapse there. Some of the previous Ozone wings, like the Mojo and the Buzz, had a tendency to drop back a lot and then not come back up again. So let's see, I just stalled the glider. Oh, that's good, it's coming back up to fly. That's nice. Yeah, you can definitely see with the Alta it's got more of a tendency to want to come up and fly, which is good. I think not too much, but not too much tendency to drop back. I think it's a really good all-round ground handling characteristic. You want a glider that wants to come up and fly, isn't going to drop back on you just as you're trying to run off on a tricky launch and then fail to fly, but at the same time it's not too hard to hold down. So yeah, very good balance. So let's see, we've got a little bit of a breeze at the moment, so let's try a no riser launch and see how the glider comes up. Easy peasy. Yes, comes up really nice, and doesn't have that drop back tendency, so I didn't have to give it a really hard impetus to come up. Combined with the aerofoil, the way it's trimmed and the aerofoil, whatever the way the wing is, it rises up nicely, and the light material of course helps. Then it's comes up really nicely, so you don't need to use a lot of risers to launch this wing, whereas with the Mojo you need to use the risers more. But of course when you launch it's best to use just the inner rays like that. That's what I would use to launch in any conditions. What I do is pull through from the body and then only use the risers as much as is needed. So when I'm launching, even though I'm holding the risers, I'm just pulling back from my body, and there I give a little bit of an impetus on the riser because I did it a bit gentle and the wind eased off, just to help the glider up, but not much. With the Mojo, even the last iteration, particularly the ones before, and the Buzz Z, again even the Buzz Z6 and the Mojo 6 had a bit of that tendency. Previous ones had it more. So, but this, I'm glad to say, doesn't have it. And I think that's similar with the Moxie as well. And the wind's dropped right off. I'll quickly try a forward launch. It's pretty much died. I haven't got a very good layout, have I? And with this light, it's an advantage of the light material is that even the lightest breeze like that, it's very little breeze, still inflates it nicely. You can see I haven't got a very good layout, so let's see a test. So stepping forwards, up on the risers, glider comes up nicely, very easy. I think that was far from a perfect forward launch or layout, but it inflated and came up very nicely and easily. Woohoo! Launching in light wind. Nope, that's as good as the thermal's going to get. point a bit, slowing down. Okay, and then a nice flare. Got a passenger today. Has he got a name? Rafi. So I've got a passenger today, Rafi, tandem. The wind's a bit light, but I think Rafi's quite light, so fortunately he's not going to add a lot of weight. Okay, Rafi, holding on. There you go. Whoop. Are you okay there? There we go, Rafi! Woo! Oh, look where you're going, Rafi! Look at the view! Beautiful view! Right, we're going to come in and land now, Rafi. You ready? Coming into land. Coming in, here comes the hill. Ready, feet down, ready to run. There you go, well done, Rafi. Hey, that was fantastic! Let's do it again!